Okay, hello. Hi. I've never done this on the phone before. This is so exciting. All right. So my plan today is that I just made a little list of things that I want to make. I like wanted to make like some bees, frogs, ducks, stars, whales, small dinos, mushrooms. This is obviously not all for today, but this is gonna be for like throughout the maybe 2 weeks that I do this. And I wanted to get started with some pocket frogs because you don't have to do color changes, so that means it takes less time. Want to make sure I'm in a good position. I swear I won't be in my night clothes all day. All day today, yes, it's my last day of break, but for all the vlogs, I plan to do it like right as soon as I get home from work because I feel like that'd make the most sense. So that way I'd still have like my makeup on and everything, so I'd look all nice and presentable. But let's get started with some frogs. So I'm gonna grab some green yarn from my yarn shelf. If I've ever showed you all my yarn shelf, it changes periodically, but this is the current setup for it. I really, really like how it looks like this. Can I turn my camera around? That would make more sense, huh? Okay, there we go. I can't remember where I put the green one now, but at least it looks cool. And I'm gonna move this out the way because I was working on a scarf, second scarf. Got the light green and got the dark green. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my 5 hook. Just an update from an earlier video. I actually do like the clover hooks. The clover hooks are actually quite nice. And I was worried at first because it wasn't as long as I wanted to, but actually it kind of changed the way I crocheted, so I crochet tighter now, which is a benefit for sure, because that means that when I do make plushies, they're not as loose. Like I remember my last market, like the last one for the year, back in November when I was making more axolotls. I was so surprised at the fact that, wow, this is really, really smooth, much smoother than usual. So that's great. Got my 2 colors here. And while I'm still getting set up, I will go through some questions I got. I got one question, one person that asked, do I remember them? And I'm like, of course, I remember every single person that I taught in my very limited years of teaching. Who knows how that's going to go as, time goes on because, as hi, welcome who joined. I'm just answering the question that the one question I got was like, do I remember my previous students? Yeah, I remember my previous students. I don't always remember all of them by name, especially if the name is a little bit more, um, like, for example, almost every single year I have a student named John, because that's like John Doe, most basic thing for it, right? That's pretty common to have a lot of people kind of have names like that. But I always remember the students for how their actions are. So for those who just came in, I'm making a pocket frog. This pocket frog pattern is by, oh no, I just had it open. Where is it? Okay, I'm scrolling through my, okay, there we go. It's by Lecromi, Lecromi, and it's on Instagram. It's a free pocket frog pattern. I'll turn my camera around so you can see it. No-sew pocket frog. And I can make one of these in about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to get started on that. And I totally forgot to grab safety eyes. One thing I did not note when I was starting this is that I actually do not have enough safety eyes to make 100 plushies. So I'll have to be embroidering a lot of eyes on, which is unfortunate, but it do be like that. Okay, so I'm starting. I never magic ring with Sweet Snuggles Light because it's just not going to work. It's just not going to happen. So chain 2. Single crochet. It feels so weird working a plushie yarn again. Like it feels like home because before I've been working with a lot of like worsted weight yarn, a lot of wool yarn, as I was making gifts for people, and it feels so nice to go back to fluffy yarn. 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I plan to make most of the stuff be pocket frogs and bees because those items are pretty quick to make and they're pretty popular. And plus, so that way, if the students get it for a gift for a family member, most people are not going to be too opposed to a bee. And for the people who like things are not bees, like they're scared of bees, they'll probably appreciate a frog. But I am going to make some bigger stuff as well, just because I don't know how much that room there'll be because we get a lot of donations for the school. So I'm thinking like whatever doesn't fit on the table, I can use this incentive for my classroom. So I try to do incentives every quarter. And this quarter for the students, whichever class shares more, they'll get to have a lunch bunch with. Both classes will always get a lunch bunch. Will always get somewhat the similar price, but the one that does win gets more like prime choice, if you will. So basically, my gotta weave in this end before I forget. And grab fabric glue. Last quarter, my students did incentive, where it's basically like, so I remember this. Oh, it was a slime party. So the class that won, they got to choose what stuff I put in the slime, but the class that didn't win still just got a slime for their fall themed party. And this quarter, it's going to be I give them crochet plushies and a lunch bunch. So what I'm thinking I'll do is that for the class that does win, of course, they'll get a lunch bunch with me and get to choose a plushie. But for the class that doesn't, I think I'll still have the plushies available, but it'll just be like an octo, because an octo I can make in like 5-10 minutes. So something that's a bit more simple. And that way they can have that before their mini winter break in January. I know a lot of people don't weave in the ends to their plushies, but so whatever I doesn't sell, I always bring to the classroom. And let me tell you, these kids can really tear up some plushies. So I've gotten to the habit of weaving in the starting end a little bit and using fabric glue to cut it down. So that way when it's like thrown everywhere, it won't fall apart. Because I've seen some crazy, crazy stuff happen. I'm like, how are y'all throwing these around like this? But also, I get it. Because I mean, I was definitely a type of kid that was much more rough with their toys. So makes sense. Recently, I got these clover needles, and they're actually so nice. Like, I didn't want to go on Amazon and get them, so I got these, like, metal ones. They're smaller than I thought I would need them, but when I went to, like, a local yarn shop near me, of course I lost my scissors, oh my gosh. When I went to a local yarn shop near me, and she was like, oh no, I use those and they're the perfect size. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna trust. And I trust and believe, and voila, these are perfect for my crafts, so. There's that. So I just did the first 2 rounds for this. I just did the magic ring 6 in crochets, and then I did the 6 increases. Just weaved in the top, and now for row 3, it's not going to get any bigger on the top, so I'm just going to get started with the increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, so on and so forth, and go from there. Come on, fabric glue. I have another one, but I'm stubborn. I'm like, I'm going to use the one I have. I'm not going to open the new one, even though I want to because it's not sticking. Okay. Make sure to press it in whilst doing a quick dry. I'm going to grab safety eyes and show you all my little craft cards. Okay, so it's not really, I mean, it's a chaotic organized. I just sewed up some pants, so that's why that's there. But I was given safety eyes from a coworker at my school, which is super nice of her. It was like these little colorful ones, and I'm going to use the bigger ones for it. These might look cute on the frogs, because the frogs are going to be pretty small. These are all the 12 millimeter I have. So I have enough to make like, I don't know, like 5 plushies, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I don't have enough for the eyes, but I have plenty of, oh wait, I bought a new one? Wow. Wow. Okay, Monique, I'm just, wow. How did I forget I bought those? Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, I did not realize I had more 12, which will be fine. I don't think the bees can use the 12 unless I make mini bees, because I know normally I use, normally I use 14 millimeters for my average size bees. So, all that talking aside, back to crochet. Alright, at this point I should have 12 stitches. This is the inner part. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, was this the increase? No, that was the increase. Okay. Increase. 1. Increase. Bobble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Increase 1. Increase 2. I don't know if I did that right. Wait a second. Increase, bobble, increase, single crochet. I think I messed up somewhere. I can't remember if I did the last increase in the previous round that I counted it as a new stitch, so that we're gonna check and see. So that was the single. Okay, I did. Okay. I don't know what I did there. Oh no, Monique. Okay. This is the first stitch of this round. It is an increase. 1, 2. Alright. Increase. 1. Increase. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once I finish this round, I will start talking about random stuff again, because it's just going to be 3 rounds around, but I don't want to mess this up again, because that's a little awkward to, like, start, restart, restart. Increase 1, increase 2, increase. Oh, no, I did it right. I forgot there's a mistake in the pattern. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then single increase and single crochet. So now the top of the little cute frog is done. So if I flip it over, he's kind of looking like this. He's probably gonna be like this big when done. Normally, last time I made these frogs, I did like in the Dreamland yarn, so they turned out really, really chunky. But this time around, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna use the Sweet Snuggles Light because it's what I have. See, is there anything else that happened? Thanksgiving break went well. It was really nice getting a break. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to heading back though. For my students, so I used to make a lot of GIMP keychains, and my students usually use up the strings, but they used up a lot of colors. So I said for Black Friday, I'd pick up some more strings, you know, as I just do my Michaels orders. So I picked up, gosh, I think like 4 things of Rex Lace GIMP strings for the classroom to use for recess, because I know some of the crafty students at recess, they would prefer to do that, and it prevents the kids from, you know, I'm bored, so I'm going to start trouble, you know. So I ordered all those strings, like $100 for strings. It's going to be like 30 spools, and I'm so excited for them to come in because I really enjoy making GIMP, and I made one for a student the Thursday I was there before break, and I was like, you know what, I'm inspired. I gotta be making GIMP again, because as much as I love to crochet, sometimes when I'm working on a project, it's very involved, and GIMP strings is easy because it's just all the strings together in one. I say that as I make like mega GIMPs that like use up like 10 or 15 strings, but you know. Alright, just a second one around, and I have one more round to go. And I'm almost done because there's only 9 rounds in this. So another one around. I used to use hot glue with placing the safety eyes in, but for some patterns it's not easy. So what I started using is actually fabric glue, and I haven't had any instances of eyes coming out. So I'm going to use fabric glue when I'm placing the eyes into this little guy, so that way it won't be sticking to the stitches as much and causing issues. I am going to temporarily pull my hook out for now, and I'm going to attach some eyes. So this is what he's looking like. Little cute frog. And I need to attach the eyes in the baubles. So I'm going to just take, I want to try these out. Should I? Let me see if I can find a matching pair of green. I kind of want to see how these look. These have to be like 10mm eyes. Definitely assorted. Oh, there's no backing. Oh, sugar. I can't use these right now because there's no backings and I don't feel like warming up my hot glue gun. So I will use these for another time. And let me get my trusty dusty 12mm eyes open. These are just, you know, basic on Amazon by generic brand name number 7. I have seen the hand-painted safety eyes, and I actually ordered some for Black Friday because I was going to get, I'm making some plushies for Christmas, and I really wanted, like, the Kato the Dragon pattern, and I was like, you know what, I really want to make sure that I use some really nice hand-painted safety eyes. So I did order those for Christmas, but they're just really expensive, and resin's not something I'm really into, and as they should be. People should be priced fairly for their stuff, so I think it's something that, oh, look at this little guy! Look at the little guy, he's so cute. I can just see the vision. I know that, what's it called? When I have more time, maybe in the summer, maybe I'll get into making safety eyes, but for now, I'm like, nah. I don't know if the eyes should be lower or higher. I want to look back at the reference picture. I'm going to put them a little lower and see how that looks. So you got a little better. I'll try this one. You know, we'll try it and we'll see. So now I'm going to flip them over. Expose his little eye backs. And just put a copious amount of fabric glue so to secure them a little bit better. But oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all seen my stitches, but they're so much better. Like, my stitches are so much better now. Who knew changing a hook would be the thing that made, you know, my hook better? Wasn't crocheting for almost a year. It was spending way too much on good quality crochet hooks, even though it's not way too much, because if it's worth it, then it's worth it. So now I'm just putting like a nice little glob around it. And then I will attach the backings and apply a bit more glue. Okay, come on. No, don't pop out. Please don't pop out. Okay, that's the first one in. It's almost like bubble wrap. It's satisfying popping them in, but not how much pressure you have to put on it. Okay, that one's on all the way. That one's in all the way. Okay, good. Apply a bit more glue so that way they don't come out and no one eats them or anything. Come on, glue. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to flip him back over, and of course I forgot to take out my polyfill, so that's cool. And let's see how he's looking. He's looking like this. The eyes are definitely not in the right spot, and he's definitely looking a little silly, but he's trying his best. He is trying his absolute best. His best may not be good enough, but that's fine. I'm going to grab polyfill because I have just 3 more rounds, and it's going to start closing up. I think I'm just doing the feet for it. yeah, so I'm gonna grab a bag of polyfill. I'll be right back. I have so much polyfill. So I made a mistake. My mom gave me some yarn, and I was like, okay, cool. My mom gave me yarn. Well, my grandma got yarn, and my grandma gave the yarn to my mom, which gave the yarn to me, and then I balled it up. What was this? I balled it up. So because of that, I was like, I'm gonna order more polyfill for the yarn that I'm getting. You know, she gave me 3 bags like this of polyfill as well. And I still have like a 5-pound box left. And I ordered a 20-pound one for Black Friday. Yes, I know I will go through it. And also, I like being really organized. So it was really, I'm thinking, my brain's just thinking ahead like, oh my goodness, where am I going to store everything? Okay, good. The polyfill that was donated does not have a scent, which is nice. And now we're just going to begin stuffing this guy up, even though I know his eyes are not centered. I should have went with the first one, but it's fine. It's okay. His stitches are looking great. He's a beautiful color. Very nice and minty. After this live stream is posted, comments will be on. So if you have any questions for me for the next live stream, feel free to leave them down below because I'm always happy to answer questions. I just can't have comments on during the stream because it's hard for me to regulate it on my phone, and I just want to make sure that, you know, nothing bad happens on there. So, okay. Stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Counting to make sure I did 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to do a bobble or D4 cluster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to pull through. If I remember correctly, it's not lined up. That's correct. It wasn't lined up. No, this is lined up. No, because this is little toes. It is lined up. Sorry. When I did the pattern with a different yarn, I had to adjust the bobbles so that way they were connected more. So hopefully I won't have to do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's not lined up. Okay. Bummer. So I think I'll have to do 7. Maybe it's just adjust by 1. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I do the 2 single crochets. 1, please be lined up. 2, bobble. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 single crochet. Okay, I think it's lined up. Bobble. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, almost done. 2 more single crochets, and then a bobble. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I am going to do 2 more single crochets, and now I'll start decreasing. So this is the little frog pattern for how it turned out. When you can get an idea of what he's supposed to look like now. I did mess up the eyes. He's just going to be, there's always a few of them that people like that are a little derpy. And then I'm going to actually grab the light pink after I seal this guy up and embroider the little face on. And then his little smile, his little smile like that. Okay. I'm so glad that I haven't gotten super sick yet this school year. There's been some really big sicknesses coming around the school year. I mean, as they usually do around this time. But I'm so lucky that I've not gotten sick because they're like it's been not good. It's been not good for the sicknesses this year, and Thankfully, my students are troopers because even when some of them are really, really sick, when they come back to school after feeling better, they still try to, you know, be present. And I don't know how they do it because I know for me when I'm sick, at least like when I'm super sick, like normally, like right now, I have a little bit of a cold. You can hear me sniffling, you know. I just keep on going. Like I don't even notice I'm sick half the time for when I have a cold or I'm sniffling like that. But when it's like really, really sick, I'm just like, no, I want to stay home. I don't want to be doing anything. So I hope that when we get back, no one gets like super sick before the longer holiday break. All right. Um, let's see. Move this to the side. Take out the stitch marker. It's time for these 6 decrease stitches. Okay, make sure you stuffed up all the way, stuffed around the sides. I always stuff my plushies sturdy because let me tell you, the polyfill flattens out a lot. It flattens out a lot. So I try to make sure I err on the side of overstuffing so that way when it flattens out, it doesn't get to like not frog shaped. When I check my phone battery, okay, it's at 82%. That's good. I was worried about having my camera vertical, but I figured it would make the most sense, because I'm streaming on the phone. I don't have a webcam. But I didn't want to kill my battery. Used about 10% in 26 minutes. So that means for like an hour-long stream, that's pretty good. Also, I'll probably be making plushies off camera. Darn, I forgot to grab my bag. I was thinking in my head of getting like each week I check in with the bag for how many I've made and kind of like count with you all. But then I'm like, no, the video's gonna be way too short if I do that. It's gonna be like 3 minutes, like, hey y'all, count with me. Hey y'all, forgot to count my stitches. I don't know which decrease I'm on. I'm just gonna do 2 more for good measure. All right. Actually, I think that's 6. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna fasten off. Oh, wow. It is so cute. I want to make like a million of them. I am going to make a million of them. I know I said the stream's just going to be an hour, but a lot of it's just me tomfoolering around. Who knows? Maybe I'll do an hour and a half, see how many frogs I can get done. He is so adorable. This is why I burn myself out when making plushies. Like I make one, I'm like, okay, I'll just make one. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is literally the best thing ever. My brain is going to fixate on this, and I have to make a million of these. So let me grab this. And then this is how I weave in the ends for a plushie. I know some people just do it around and pull through the other end. I have to do mine really, really secure. So to show this poor little guy's sealed up part, obviously you go into each of the back stitches like usual. And you do that 6 times around. Just the back loop. Don't do both loops because it makes it harder to pull the yarn through. I learned that the hard way. I was like, oh, it looks the same. No, it does look the same, but it also makes the yarn pull out. I usually do 7 or 8 because I forgot to slip stitch, but I tried to slip stitch for the last one. Then I pull it tight. The problem is the kids like to stick their fingers back into it. So then what I do after is I kind of go around the hole in different directions, making sure that 1, the decreases aren't visible, but also 2, that's sewed up really tight so that way the kids don't try to destroy poor little froggy. And now what I do is I go right back through the middle. I go up through his poor brain and I just stab it back through. And that's the first pocket froggo done. I'm going to sew the face on him for this first one. And then for the rest of them, I'm not going to sew the faces on till later just because I'm curious. I love having like a little one that I can spire off of. Cutting this off because I tied it too tight as usual. I pull it a little taut. And then after that, I just snip. So that way when you squish them, It kind of goes in. Oh, this is so adorable. Oh my gosh. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. Sorry, my brain is so fixated on it. It's my brain just keeps saying, "Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's cute." I'm like, "Yes, brain, I know it's cute." Do I want to grab? I actually have worsted weight pink yarn. Now I'm gonna use the fluffy stuff because it'd be annoying going through. All right. Now, bring the face. I can't believe I already used up all this pink already. I rarely even made plushies. Sorry, excuse me. What did I use all this pink for? All right. This needle's so good. It doesn't bend at all. I'm so glad I've been upgrading my stuff over time. So now this guy, he needs blush and a little smile. All right. Actually, no, I want to give him like the little like that kind of face. So first, I start in an inconspicuous stitch. So I try not to do anywhere in the front. I try to do like somewhere on the side. And then for this guy, it's gonna be his cheek. So I'm gonna go one stitch to the side of his eye. And then I'm gonna go one stitch over. I'm gonna make sure my thread's long enough because I have a tendency to make my threads too short. So I'm gonna stab then right underneath his eye. And go back through, and I'll do that twice. So that's one. And then I'll do two. Also, don't take this as gospel because I am not the best at sewing on facial features. I'm going to be so for real with you all. That's not something that's my forte. And then I go back and do it again. Then I just do the same thing on the other side. I don't think I went far enough over, so I'm going to go back in. I don't know if y'all ever watched Crochet by Kitten Girl's videos. She inspired me to start crocheting. Like, her Freddie and Bonnie stuff is like an inspiration for me to start crocheting. And I love her like ASMR sewing videos. Normally I can't do ASMR because the sound's just too like loud to my ears and it like bothers me, so I hate Woobles ads. I actually got one for my friend for Christmas. I hope my friend's not watching because they'll definitely know. They'll definitely know. But if they are, hi. Anyhow, but the ads just hurt my ears too much. That's the blushes on. So now I go back in the hole I just did because I just check it before I go up to the final hole. Then I'll go back through the other side if I can find it. I'm about to sneeze. I know I'm about to sneeze. Brain, please do not sneeze. Voila. Little blushies on. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. I hate sneezing. Okay. Tie. Gosh, Liam's my boyfriend. 4 years. He's incredible and awesome, and I can talk about him all day. He might be coming over later, and I'm just gonna show him my little army of frogs. I'm like, Liam, look at all my frogs. Look at all my frogs. That's how my brain is currently feeling right now. And then the 10th frog again, I'm gonna be like, I'm tired. Alright, last, the smile. Once I get the smile on, I'm gonna start the next frog in the different color green, and then go from there. How much of my center pull? Oh my goodness, I'm always messing up my center pull for things like this. Alright, tuck this in somewhere, and now I'm gonna put this is just black cotton yarn from Mainstays. I got it from a thrift store. I'm gonna thread this in and do the little back face for it. All right, I immediately pull it back out. Okay. Now I'm going to tie. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go on the other side for it. I'm gonna go on his little other side I haven't sewed in through yet. And how close do I want it? Okay, I think I want him right by his eyes because that's what the pattern calls for. So it's gonna look so painful for him. Sorry. Just think of it like, I don't know, some kind of nose surgery. And then I'm just gonna stab through his eye here. So only hurt a lot. Is this too high? I think this is too high. This is a stitch too high because it's going to be like, nah. So I'm going to go one more stitch lower. Okay. Sorry, I just kissed my teeth. I'm not sure. So as you all know, my family is from the Caribbean, and I don't notice a lot of Americans kissing their teeth, you know? Maybe it's just, you know, where I'm at, but I know something my dad did. My mom was always like, no, don't do that, it's bad manners. But I don't notice no one in America kissing their teeth too much like that. I try not to, but when I mess up sewing and I know I can't say words I want to say, I'm just like that. Okay. This is the smile done. I hope he's not too sad. What if he's too sad? I'm gonna loosen it a little bit so that way he's not as sad, because I don't want him being sad. I know you're the only one of your kind right now, but soon there's gonna be more of you. Soon there's gonna be so many of you. Okay. I'm gonna tie one. And then I'm going to tie again. And then I'm going to cut. And that is the first pocket froggo done. Normally it does not take me 36 minutes to make one. Normally, I think, gosh, I time myself for like 10-15 minutes, but wanted to go nice and slow on this beautiful Sunday morning. He's so adorable. Let's get started on more of them. Is this long enough, the thread? No, just gonna start over this. All right. We're now gonna move on with the next green. It's gonna be a dark green. And let's see if I can finish this within the 20 minutes I have left. My goal is to make 2 more in the time I have left. I think I'll be able to do it as long as I'm not moving too slow. So let's do this. Chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 increase. First increase. Second increase. Third increase. Fourth increase. Fifth increase. Sixth increase. 1. I'm on row 3 now, so starting with increase, 1, increase, bubble, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ew, why is the string like that? It's just the little guts from the yarn. Ew. Increase. 1, increase. 2, increase, bubble. Increase. 1, do this 3 rows around. Okay, 1, count up to 54. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh man, I'm so hungry. 20, 21. I should have ate before this. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, 31, almost to 54, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 4 more stitches. And then he will be able to join his brethren right here. I think it was 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Start a new stitch marker. Place one here. Replace the stitch marker. Take a break to add the eyes and seal on the ends. Do you all have any plans for the holidays that are coming up? Like, do you all have any plans to see family? Do you all have any plans to stay nice and warm and comfy? Usually for break, I usually try to, like, this is the first Black Friday I didn't go to the mall. Well, growing up, I used to love going to the mall with my friends. I happened to be the only one who with a car to drive. Like, a few of my friends knew the drive, but they didn't have a car. So it was easy at first for us to all, like, go to the mall, you know, and chill around, like, pick up everyone, go to the mall, walk around, you know, see different things. And I remember a lot of those memories like that. Just because one way or another, I can't really have those memories like that anymore, which is fine, you know. I don't think my brain misses the people, you know, and I know that's a valid thing to feel. And I also know that I should create new memories outside of the people that I used to talk to and associate to kind of like, not to fill the void, if you will, but just for the holiday aspect of it, you know, because breaks are not always easy for me. It's hard for me to chill and take breaks, and having, you know, not really the same friends I used to celebrate, you know, it's kind of tough. So I hope for whatever holiday plans you all have, I hope that, you know, if you're also, you know, going through a season where it's interesting with friend stuff, that you're, you know, able to take that time to explore a bit more about you. Because most people are pretty awesome, I like to say. I mean, at least I'd hope I'd say that as a teacher, because you get to meet a lot of awesome, interesting kids each day. Next set of eyes, this one is in the correct position. Flip them inside out. This one went right through the stitch. Oh god. Different stitch, different stitch, different stitch. Why did I do that so loose? Oh, because it's directly in the bobble, that's why. Oh man, my stomach's rumbling so much. I thought I'd be able to stream for more than an hour, but I'm getting pretty hungry, so I think I'm going to cut it at an hour. Okay, now I have to make sure the stitches are even. Another thing I didn't know about safety eyes, people usually just shove them, at least in the videos from what it looks like to me, people kind of shove them anywhere. I try to shove them in between a stitch, because if it's not in between a stitch for me, they'll have a tendency to come through, and that's not good for many reasons. So I sealed in the top. Now I'm gonna glue in the end. It's funny, it's taking me longer to seal in the ends than to actually crochet itself, which is honestly not surprising. I swirl the glue around, swirl glue around. Okay, pop the first top in. My plans for Thanksgiving, I feel like I took a really chill and easy. I got to see Wicked, which I thought was really cool. I got to see it with my friend Carla, and I was literally texting her yesterday, and I was like, I really want to see the movie again. Like, this is the first good movie musical I've seen in a while. I did do drama club when I was in school. I'm sure you can see from my channel the old drama club stuff I have up. I don't care if it's quote unquote cringe. I am so fine being cringe because I was like a teenager, you know. And that's like I think the last movie musical I enjoyed that much was Les Mis, but Les Mis is honestly not a great movie. This is my favorite musical. It means so, well, second favorite musical. It means so much to me. And that was really fun for the holidays. Black Friday, I ordered the gimp strings, as I said. I also ordered some yarn to make some bauble trees. I didn't order any more plushie yarn because I want to use up what I have first. Oh yeah, I also forgot, I wanted to say, I think I said this, I feel like I may have said this before, I'm so sorry if I did, but I may be going for my master's next year fall, so I don't want to, I don't know how long I'll be uploading things like this, because if I go for my master's in the fall, it'll be really challenging for me to, you know, do craft fair markets when I need to spend the weekends doing homework. So I'm so sad this might have to go back to just being a hobby I don't post about, because I love making videos and posting. I just need something to post about. I'm not going to try to make no aimless videos, because no, at least for me, I'm not someone who likes to watch aimless videos. I want to have like something body doubling in the background. Like, okay, I'm crocheting and rambling and talking and multiple things at once I could put on while doing things. Okay, bubble. Okay, 1, 2. I think I did too many stitches. Drop 1. Yeah, it's supposed to be 5. Wait a second. Did I mess this up? No. I attached the eyes on backwards. I was like, wait, no, it's, oh my gosh. I cannot believe I did that. It's an easy fix. It's an easy fix, but that is so dumb. I cannot believe I tied the feet on backwards, the eyes on backwards. That's okay. All right. This is why we have a first one that's not crazy looking to follow as a guideline. So the middle needs to be the bobble. So starting from here, yeah, let's say this is the stitch. So the bobble, yeah. That is so funny. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I cannot believe I did that wrong. Of course I can believe it because it's me and I am known for being kind of sloppy in my crochet stuff sometimes, but it's still surprising when you see it. So this needs to be the bobble. 1, 2, bobble. So I need to do 2 more single crochets. First bobble, second bobble, third bobble, fourth bobble, 1, 2, and then bobble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're in a home stretch. I got like 10 minutes left. Okay, cool. So now I'm just going to seal them up, embroider the face on, and then get on out of here. I cannot believe, so I think I fixed the feet as much as I could. I really can, I don't know why I'm saying I can't believe it when I've made so many sloppy mistakes crocheting. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened sooner. All right, 1, first decrease. For those of you who do crochet, what do you all usually crochet? Like, I know for me, my favorite thing to crochet, it changes based on what project I do. I like to say everything's my favorite. Like, so if I make like 5 turtles in a row, I'm like, yeah, turtles are my favorite. Or make 5 bees in a row, yeah, bees are my favorite. But I think my tried and true thing that I really enjoy making are bees, just because it was the first project I created of a stuffed animal, you know, after I made a ball. And whenever I make bees, they just give me that, oh wow, I can't believe I started this fall. Like, I think there's a short I put on my channel, and it was like with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It was like that voice been, it was like one day or day one. It was just like that, my like really crusty bees I first started with, and then how I progressed so far. But bees are definitely, I don't care if they're cliche. 1, they sell great, and 2, they look great, and 3, you can customize the colors, and 4, save the bees, you know. Oh man, I am so hungry. I feel so bad because I want to keep making bees, but I can't. Not bees. I want to keep crocheting, but I know I'm just going to keep complaining. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And that's kind of annoying. So, seal this guy up. This is frog number 2. His feet are not even. I don't know how I just noticed his feet is not even. His feet is even. I am a liar. I am a liar. Wow. Okay, putting in plush. For those of you who do like to crochet, in addition to your favorite projects, what do you think something that's small that I can bring to, you know, the Christmas shop my students are doing for them to buy? I don't think I ever explained what it is. I may have explained it a little bit, but I didn't really explain how it works. So how the way the Christmas shop works at the school is that each grade has a designated day to go during media. They, with the Tiger Paw cash they have for, they are allowed to buy like up to 5 items for family members. There's tables set around, and they're allowed to pick up anything they want. It's not like a, you know, it's not like a craft fair where I'm sitting there, because that's my planning time. And then once they pick the items, the very gracious librarians help to pack up their items, and then they can give it for Christmas gifts for their family. As some of you do know, I do teach in a Title I school, so the school gets a lot more resources as there is a different subset of students that we handle, and I hold that up that badge of pride. Honestly, the school I teach at is the school I went to in elementary school, and I grew up in the area, and you know, some people may get it, some people may not, but it's really hard when you come from, when you come from an area that is not all sunshine and rainbows, and it's hard when you leave and then come back sometimes, because it feels like, oh well, you're not part of the area anymore because you moved out. And it's not the case, you know. I remember the tough things, you know. Don't want to talk too much about it just because it's hard to talk about that topic sensitively, but I'm glad where I grew up. I'm glad I get to teach where I grew up, despite, you know, the different things that I'd faced as a kid and that some of my students do face, and that I'm so glad that the school is able to have, you know, such a large amount of donations, so that way students are able to get things for their family members for Christmas, you know, despite whatever's going on. Oh my gosh, I'm speed running this. I think I made this guy in like 15 minutes, besides the fact I messed up the legs. Okay, sealed out the backside. As usual, there's still a little hole kids to stick their fingers in, so I'm going to weave back and forth to make sure there's no visible holes. My neighbors just came back upstairs, so that's perfect timing, because then they're going to start boom, boom, boom on the ceiling, and I'll just be like, blast, and then I start putting on my speaker to dim out some of the noises. Yep, they dropped the first thing. Cool. Okay, Monique, don't focus on that. That's so mean. It's an apartment. It's shared living. It's like we expected. this is sealed up enough. I don't think there's enough things where the kids can put their fingers into. So now I'm going to, actually, I think I see one more I want to fix up. Do any of your family members crochet or do fiber arts? I was not crafty growing up. Like, I was like, nah, I'm not doing none of this. I'm not going to do no GIMP keychains. I'm a tomboy. I'm a pick-me. I must not pick me. But I definitely was very tomboyish and wanted to be counter, you know, how everyone else, you know, I was, the best way for me to describe my favorite color was purple when I was growing up. But I feel like that can say a lot versus if your favorite color is pink or purple. And frog's done. Now I just need to put the face details and that'll be out of here. And I lost my train of thought. Oh no. I cannot believe. Oh, does any of your family members do crafty stuff? Okay, so my mom crochets. She also, I'm pretty sure she knits, and she can sew. Like, she sewed the curtains in her house. And my sister, she's also really crafty. And for me, it takes a while. Like, it took me a week to be able to make a ball crochet. My sister can pick up things so easily. So easily. You know, she and I are very different, but she's still awesome. And, you know, she has a huge heart. And when we were making little crochet cats, like these tiny little loaf cats, you know, it was hard showing my mom because she's left-handed. She knows how to crochet, but she doesn't like trying to show her what an increase was so hard because I was saying increase when she knows it as 2 stitches in the same stitch. And I'm like, Myra's like, I can't do this. I'm like, Myra, all you gotta do is grab 1 string, grab 2 strings. She did it once, and then she knew how to perfectly finish the cat. And I'm like, how did you pick this up in literally 5 seconds when for me, it took me a week, you know? And I'm so glad my family's crafty, and I'm glad I'm able to come around and become crafty, even though it took me a bit of time, you know, take me a bit of time to be able to appreciate the art. All right, first blush is done. Oh, I got 3 minutes left. I mean, obviously I don't have to stop at the 1 hour mark, but that's kind of like somewhere I want to stop by. It's like a little challenge for myself so I don't meander around too much. All right, shove this in the other hole. Okay. Out through here. Tie this off. Grab the black string. I totally tossed, even though I could have totally used it, because I was like, oh no, it's too short. Nope, this is perfect. Let's get this little smile on here so you can match this guy. Grab my needle. How do you all feel about leftovers? I personally love leftovers. I'm so excited to be eating leftovers after this. Like Thanksgiving leftovers. I usually try different ways to like finagle it so that way it's more palatable after like the 5th time you eat it, but that's like going to be my lunch all next week. Okay. Gonna show on this smile. Go back through the other end. Is this too high? Do I care? Just a little smile. And come on, untie it. No. Okay. And it's done. So this is, I totally forgot, I lied. I am a liar. I forgot to tie the other one. My bad. Okay, tie, cut, stick them in, stick this in, and there we go. 2 frogs done. Are they perfect? No. Are they still lovely? Yes. Thank you everyone for joining me on my Vlogmas live stream today. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat and I'll answer them in the Vlogmas tomorrow. I will try to post every day all the way up until we get set up for the Christmas shop. And thank you for joining me. Have a nice day. Bye.